Hi guys, welcome to our channel Home Banao. Today I'm going to show you different things that you can do with this stone for your interiors and homes. I'll first tell you about the different stones that are available in the market.
Hi guys, today let me show you the different types of stones that are available. Now here that you see, which is an off-white color or called mint, and this is another red, and this is teak. They're all sandstones. Sandstone come in various types of colors. These are a few colors that I'm displaying. There are 5 types of natural stones which are available, which is sandstone, marble, granite, there's limestone, there's slate. So one of them is sandstone. When you go to Jaipur, you will see the Hawa Mahal. It's made in pink stone. That is also a type of sandstone. This is another, which is a red, where we have a red fort made in this stone. These stones come in various thicknesses, shapes, and also textures. The next product that we have is an Italian marble. This is called a graffito Italian marble. Italian marble comes in various colors, shades and thicknesses. But there's one disadvantage, that there's not high detailing work can happen in Italian marble as compared to a sandstone. You can do any intricacy level work in sandstone compared to an Italian graphite. This is a graphite grey color. And this is another stone that we have, which is called the Vietnam white marble. It is imported from Vietnam. The beauty of this stone is, again, you can create any kind of concepts you want. Like here we have done a fluidic wave. If you see these altering colors, this is a shadow effect. It's not painted, it's not colored, it's not textured. It is just the shadow effect of the stone. And this particular stone can go in your mandir, your living rooms, your elevation, facade, boundary walls, etc. And the next stone that we have is a granite. I'm pretty sure you've heard of granite because it's everywhere. Yeah. Since our childhood, we've been seeing granite slabs, granite countertops. So again, granite is a very common stone, but there are a lot of things that can happen in granite as well. And black is the most common one. But there are other colors also, like there's tan, there's blue, there's cream. There are all various types. I'm just showing you one type, which is a black granite. But the hardest natural stone available is a granite. Because the composition of granite is really hard. So there are some limitations when we're making designs. And the next is, this is kota. Kota is again a natural stone. This is very good for your floors. Or if you want to do boundary walls, elevation, facades, garden areas, parkings. And this next is a basalt stone. Again suitable for floor. Like you feel this product is heavily textured, but when you touch it, it's extremely smooth. This product was made for floor. Basalt generally comes in grey and yellow colors.
You've told me about all the stones, and I also understand that sandstone is the most versatile of all if we have to make something creative, like in terms of patterns. But what about the pricing?
Again, when you see pricing, also sandstone is the least priced compared to all the other stones. And then we have basalt and kota coming up. And then we have Italian marbles, granite and Vietnam white. Vietnam white is the most premium stone, reason being, 1, it's imported, and 2, you can see how serene it looks. It's pure white. So this can be backlit as well. Right. That's why this is the most premium one compared to all the other things. But basalt, kota and Italian marble has its own limitations, where we can't do extreme intricate work and high detailing work is not possible in them.
Okay, and all of these can be used for cladding?
Yes, all of these can be used for cladding. They are majorly for cladding, and some of them can go on floors as well.
Okay, which are the ones which can go on the floor?
Floor, you can do granite, you can do kota, you can do basalt, and you can do Italian marbles. You can also do Vietnam white marble. Sandstone is generally not recommended on the floor because it's the most porous natural stone available.
Got it. So let's move to the technology that you were talking about, of what we can really make out of these stones.
Sure, let me show you. Let me show you all the various technologies that we have. Now, this thing that you see is a forest brown marble, and this is an Indian black marble. They're both Indian stones. You can see this has a lot of variation. The name of the stone itself is forest brown. You can see where it has colors from brown to green, all of those colors that you see in the nature. And this is a black marble. This particular technology is called stencil art, where this is plain and the only design is made. Like these two are geometric design panels. The design is made as grooves to create the pattern that we want. These are 2x2 concepts. Okay. We can also get them in 2x2 or multiple sizes, or create a whole wall with like 5x3 sizes slabs. Or we have to do a 4x2. Multiple sizes pieces create one whole wall, based on the design that you want.
Okay, so there's no restriction with the size of the marble slab?
There are certain restrictions. You cannot get something bigger than 5 feet, 5.5 feet. You cannot ask for a 4x10 slab or a 4x8 slab. They all come in their size restrictions, mainly from 5x3 or 5.5 by 3.5 or 6x3, nothing bigger than that. Reason being, they're really thick and heavy. Handling them will also become very difficult.
And what about the thickness, like you just mentioned? I mean, you get cladding of up to 20 mm, 18 mm, 20 mm, and what we are seeing now is at least 40 mm.
This particular pieces are 30 mm. We have thicknesses that start from 15 mm and can go up to 450 mm. So we have 30 mm, 50 mm, 75 mm, 100 mm, 150 mm, 200, 250. Depending on the kind of design that you're looking for, we can create these variations. So there's everything that can be made in stone. Obviously, stone has its own limitations, but there's nothing that is not possible. Like say you want benches, you want lamps, you want wall art, floor panels, all of that is possible.
Okay,
this is another technology here which you saw was flat. This particular concept is 3D where you can see the depth, you can feel the wave. This is a fluidic concept. Here you can see the wave, and this is a geometric wall where again this was plain and this is the design. So this was the thickness of the stone and this whole thing is being scooped out to get the design out. So you can see the depth in the design.
Okay.
And the next that we're looking at is a 2D design wherein you can see this is the surface of the tile and we've just given a very little depth in it to create the concept. Similarly, this is a sandstone, this is a marble. Here, this is a sandblasted texture on the stone. We've just created this depth here where we're having the depth and the piece. The machine ran here and it's created the depth and the texture variation through which we see the pattern.
Okay, so what would you recommend, sandstone or marble, and what are the price differences that we are looking at between the materials?
Now in marble, there are two types of marbles. This is an Indian white marble and this is a Vietnam white marble which is pure white. The difference between the two is, so if you've heard of Satvario is an international stone, it comes from Italy. Similarly, this is an Indian white marble which is from India with similar properties. That is more rich obviously, but this is an Indian stone that we have which is local. And then this is another stone which is Vietnam white marble which is going to be pure white. Maybe once in a while you might get slight grey grains in it, but not as much as compared to this. So this particular product would be the most expensive one and then it would be this and this. When I say expensive is just a term because what your client, one might have a budget, client two may not have. So it is depending on the spaces that you want. If you use Vietnam white marble in your mandir, it will look very divine, very holy and give you a really nice exclusive feel. But a sandstone might not give you a similar feel. So to design spaces, we need to know which is the area that you're wanting and what is the thing that you're expecting from. Then we can suggest which stone looks best and which concept would work best.
Okay, where is sandstone best suitable in that case?
So sandstone can be used in your bathroom. If you're having a powder room, you can do it behind the mirror, or we can do a living wall, we can do a dining wall, we can do a bed back if you're having a foyer or if there's any partition that we need to make. Sandstone looks really the best, and sandstone is the best material. Reason being, it's where architects and interior designers love sandstone because you can see the color is really muted and subtle. All the designers always love playing with their cushions, their carpets, their rugs and their curtains and things like that. But if we use a colored stone like this, your options get very limited with sofa and cushions and curtains. But if I'm using a fixed panel which is a light color, everything else can become colorful. You can add a pop of color and you can do any kind of concepts. And the lighting effect is best in this stone.
Okay. Despite being lowest priced,
it is the best stone that is there.
Yeah, so what are these jalis that I see here?
Jali is actually a Hindi term. In English, it is called lattice. So these are lattice panels or jali as you call it. Or these spaces, these designs are something where you have perforation in them where light, air can pass through. Things like these are highly suitable when you want to light some panel where you want the light to come through these holes, or when you want to create partitions. Like say a lot of times when designers don't have an option when the living room and dining room is together. So you have to create a partition in between to create a privacy between living and dining. So that time these things really work well because you also have the light and air passing through. It gives you an openness feel but blocks it partially so that people don't really see through what's that side.
Since they are this thick, how do I use it for a partition?
See, now when you use a thinner stone, right, it is really brittle, then it's going to be difficult for it to stay because there is no wall. But when we're using thick stones, as there is no wall and it has to be a freestanding panel, there might be chances where it will not work by itself. It will need an MS support structure or it will need a wooden structure. So we'll need to do a framing right round, like a framing, and then the pattern is created in between. In some of the cases, you might want to hide the frame, and in some of the cases, you might want to show the frame. So both of those options are possible.
Okay, fair. So what are the price ranges that we are looking at? Just to
give you a basic understanding, stones will start from 800 rupees per square feet and can go to 30,000 per square feet. So there's a lot of things that can happen. It will depend on the client's budget and the concepts that we're looking at. We can always customize it. Everything that you see in stone here is customized. It's all made on order. There's nothing which is on the rack or ready to deliver where you can tell me and you can directly come and pick. Every material is made on order. Whether you want a 1 square feet piece, a 10 square feet or a 100 square feet piece.
Okay, so what are the timelines that we are looking for anything that you have to customize?
Timelines was 45 to 60 days. We can work out in case there's an emergency, but then that's the initial time, because when you're selecting something, we design it for you. It's always designed separately for each client. So that is about 10 days process. And then the designs get approved. Then the whole thing has to be made, then dried, finished and shipped to the site and in the installation. It's a long process.
Okay.
Like how you get your clothes tailor-made, this is wall art tailor-made.
Okay, and say you have a requirement, can this be shipped across, or do you have limitations to where you can supply this?
Currently we're doing pan-India. Recently we have 2 orders which were delivered to the United States. So yes, we can ship all over the world.
Superb. Okay. So what is the next thing that we are looking at?
I'm going to show you a few more technologies and show you what else can happen in stone, because there is a vast variety in terms of colors, patterns and sizes. Let's look at them.
Sure.
Now let me show you this technology which is called inlay. So you can see these materials. This is material 1, 2 and 3. All of them are inlaid at the same level. Like this is a botocino with mother of pearl inlay of gold. This is pink quartz Vietnam white marble. Again, this is white and gold MOP. So all of these things can be done for your floor, wall, ceiling, obviously interior, because this is a little expensive product compared to the other designs that we have. So these particular products, people love to use it in interior, like your foyer entrances, mandir flooring. All of these come from the palaces that we have. Like if you go to Rajasthan especially, there's Rajasthan, and you go to the palaces there, you will see all of these inlay work, karigari work. It takes really skilled labor to make products like these. This is a different product, this is a different product. You have to create and cut the designs and then insert it in them, polish them. A lot of technology is involved, and this is how the final piece looks.
Beautiful. I think the inlay part itself, any day, because of the intricacies, look very beautiful, and I'll not be surprised.
So now you can see this. This is on a geometric piece. So this is again an inlay which we had done for a bathroom, where this is a stone, and we've used brass in it.
Wow, this just looks seamless until you explain. I didn't know there were different layers stitched together to get something like this.
So these are all multiple layers and multiple pieces. It can get as intricate as you want, as bold as you want, as colorful as you want. This is one thing where we can play with colors in stone, unlike any other concepts.
So when you're talking about inlays of these sorts, I have seen a lot of inlays with very minute detailing of those glass, or I don't know what those material is. So can you do those kind as well, or are you limited to something which is larger and not very micro-minute?
It can be done micro-minute as well. Now, in case you want an inlay which is just for a 4-inch piece, it is possible to do it in that as well. But if you want the whole design to be scaled in like 6 inches pieces, it is possible. Use intricate, and in this leaf we can give like the stem and all of these veins of the leaves. All that is possible with various colors and patterns.
Super.
So gemstones, mother of pearls, and stones can be used to inlay.
Okay, and your base material is usually marble, or do you have other materials as well for a mother of pearl combination?
It's majorly marble. It can be marble or an Italian marble, like botocino is an Italian marble. These are all Indian marbles. We can use marbles, but they look best. There are artificial marble inlays as well, but they look best in natural marbles. Always, if you want the effect and the outcome, these are the things that you need to use.
So I see something very colorful, and I don't want to believe that this is also stone, but you can throw light on it.
So now again, yes. This is something that we started this, and this is a true to life print. So basically, if you stand there, can you tell me how many Buddhas are there in this concept? One? Are you sure just one?
Yeah, I think it's just one.
Okay, let me explain it to you. There are 3 Buddhas in this. Okay. If you see, there's one superimposed Buddha which is there like the 3D. And the second one, Buddha is here, which is joining the hands.
Oh, yeah.
And then the third Buddha's face is here. You can see the eyes, and that's the face. The face here and the eyes. So there are 3 Buddhas in one Buddha. All of this is possible, and this is another tropical flamingo concept. All of these are possible because this is a true to life print. They're both sandstone panels. where we have created the 3D design of the thing that we want. Here, because it's a flamingo, we have created a leaf. Here we have done the design in the flamingo's body because flamingo has a lot of textures and design and in their feathers. This is one, and here the Buddha. Because we are using two Buddhas, we created another Buddha's face. So when the light falls on it, all of this thing illuminates and it looks really beautiful. And we can play with various colors and textures in it.
And this, of course, something which is very trending. I didn't think it was stone, but...
Yes. So this is the most trending concept which is going on right now. This is stone. This is like a plume. This is with silver leafing, where we have made the silver leafing antique as we didn't want it to be too bright and dark in the eye. So we have made it antique. These pieces are multiple pieces which fit together and form a concept.
And all of these that you're showing me are always for wall applications and never for...
The inlay is for floor as well.
Okay.
The inlay can go in the floor anywhere, even in your bathroom. That's how efficient the product is.
Wow, okay.
And another thing that can go in the floor, this is a stone in stone inlay. When we saw this inlay, this was with stone and mother of pearl, but this is stone in stone. So it's an Italian marble with an Italian marble. And we've created these fixtures to go inside to fit in with the tile. We're designing a bathroom for a client and we wanted some of the pieces to go as inserts. So we're making this on the floor and wall.
So then what do? You match the thickness of your mold with the tile?
Yes. So what we do is when the tile is being laid, we chip the wall a little more and insert these pieces into it and create the tile cutting in sort of way that they all fix together and look as a concept.
Got it.
And one more interesting thing that I want to show you. So there's this club called Boring Club in Bangalore. You can see these little pieces. There's a huge story behind it, but let me just brief you off of the product. So this is the border that you can see. It is quite detailed. Boring Club has various rooms in their club. So there's dining, there's play area, there's bar, there's meeting room and XYZ, a lot of options. So we have customized 12 kinds of borders for Boring Club where each border describes a story. Like for the game room, we have described where people are playing games. For their entrance, we have done a table form where we have written Boring Club. You can see this.
Oh.
This is for the bar where people are all chilling, drinking and partying. You can see this concept. This is for their dance room where you can see multiple dance forms are there. Here you can see all the dance forms which are there. We have customized these using 6 technologies and these borders are made. Also, the biggest limitation Boring Club had, one, the size has to be 2 inches in height. And this should not be thicker than 20 mm. Right now I've pasted it on a tile, but this is just 20 mm thickness. So creating something like this was extremely challenging. After 7 types of prototypes, we could make this. And it took us, the client who we made this for, went around India for 1.5 years to get this product made, but there was no one who could do it, and we finally achieved with so many types of samples and after doing so many things. It took us about 31 days just to create the 3Ds of the product.
Oh, and this was created in what stone?
This is in cultured stone.
Okay.
You can see how intricate this is. So any kind of intricacy, the concepts can be created. Like I told you, like this is just 2 inch, 2 inch, 1 inch, 2 feet, 1 feet, 10 feet. All of the options are possible.
Right.
And here, I'm here to show you a few more things. These are textures in stone. A lot of times people don't want designs like your facades, boundary walls and places. You want it to be really rustic, raw. Then we can create stone effects like these. This is made in a 75 mm thick stone where you can see the depth is created here. And this is the design.
Almost feels like a rock.
It is like a rock. To give you a bolder effect, it is created on the wall, or where you want a natural look like a den kind of a feel, then things like these work. This is another Kota stone where we have different variations and thicknesses. All of these can be laid as multiple size panels or randomly cut panels as well. These are suitable for wall and floor also. In case it's going on the floor, we'll settle the texture down and create it at the same level.
But for floor with undulations?
Not with undulation, we'll make it at the same level and create some pattern in it or give you various textures or have some kind of scooping in it. Then we can do it on the floor. And there are variety of colors available in this as this is a natural stone.
And what are these tiny things that we see here?
These tiny things are something that I really wanted to show you as it's for a water body. So this thing that you see is a lotus bud. This that you see is a lotus flower. So we will make them in a water body. This is a lotus leaf. So this would be inserted in your water body or the space that you wanted to give a water feel. And the water will be till this level to make it look like these pieces are floating. And then we can also light them.
Oh wow. That's beautiful. So guys, this was everything about the stones, what you can create with stones. If you've liked the content, please do share it with your friends and family and do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.